welcome to One Old Man's Garage. Got something interesting to do today, and I'll show you what I got going on. I have my 94 K1500 Z71 6.5 liter turbo diesel. In a previous video I did a cooling system flush, and well, I didn't do a video of it. I did an oil change and greased the front end and all that. I'll be right honest, I have worked in many a shop where I did alignments. Well, when I went independent for myself, I didn't have an alignment machine. So what do? You gotta take your vehicle in to get it aligned, right? Well, I took the vehicle in, several vehicles, Cadillac over there, red truck that's over there, a white Beretta that's over there. Beretta turned out okay. Cadillac, it turned out to be a nightmare. 8 tires up after I had it aligned. Took it back to the alignment shop. They said everything was okay. Charged me to check it, and it still ate up tires. Thankfully I have a distributorship, wholesale distributorship for tires, but they're still expensive. I mean, $200 for a set of tires for that Cadillac. Anyway, I got tired of the whole situation, so I went on YouTube, of course, and tried to find a way of making turn plates so I could do alignments myself. People were saying to put oil down on the floor. People were saying put plastic and oil down, this, that, and the other. None of that stuff worked right. Just no way. So seeing as I had worked on alignment machines, I knew what a turn plate was supposed to do. So I went and bought myself a sheet of 1/8 inch steel. Kind of thin, but it's okay. And I made myself a set of 4 turn plates. Being as that I've worked on alignment machines, I knew how Hunter made turn plates. So here's mine. Bottom piece, 1/8 inch plate steel. Center part, piece of plywood. Hunter used a plastic disc and plastic bearings with springs. Pretty much just like this. It lets it move all around. Okay. I put nuts on. I put little welds here so that the vehicle wouldn't roll off the turn plates. There's the top part. Now, the real interesting part. Back in the old days, we didn't have computer alignment machines. Matter of fact, the first alignment machine I used was a Hunter Light Align, which used lights that showed up on a display in front of the vehicle. They even made a 4-wheel alignment machine like that. So I've got 4 of these turn plates for when I'm doing a 4-wheel alignment. This truck's 2-wheel because it's got a solid axle in the back. And back before the Light Align, they had these things right here, or something similar, that you put on the hub, and it tells you camber and caster. Okay? So I'm using a level, that, a ruler, 4 small jack stands, and 2 strings. And that is my alignment machine. I'm going to show you how I do all this and go from there. Alright, I'm going to show you the best I can how all this works. Take the turn plate and put it center to the tire. Butt it right up against the tire. I try and make sure I get the plate straight. Not that it really matters a whole lot. It really doesn't. I do wish I had made my turn plates just a little bit larger, but it's okay. Now you're going to hear it's a diesel. I'm going to pull ahead, center the vehicle on those turn plates. If I was doing a 4-wheel alignment, I'd have plates under the back wheels too. Now I gotta go get the tool I use to take these pins out. I did forget to show you how I want a brake holder on. Because you don't want your tires turning while you're doing an alignment. It consists of a 9/16 wrench and a piece of rebar with a plastic cap so it doesn't hurt the brake pedal pad. So I'm going to go lock the brakes down. Hopefully this won't take so long that it kills my items. Alright, pins are removed. I'll try and bounce it. It kind of lets it get settled. I never start on this side, but I'm going to now because, well, y'all are watching. You won't be able to see on the other side. There is a camber gauge. Set it right up against there. It's showing about a little bit, almost a whole degree of positive camber. Not good. Not what you want at all. The other side is showing to be less than a half a degree of positive camber. Okay, so I checked it with a regular level, and according to that, my gauge is pretty much dead on. For this particular truck, I actually had to go out and buy a special wrench, well, not a special wrench, and socket so I can adjust the camber and caster. 21 millimeter, 7/8 fits pretty close, but it's a little bit too tight. So anyway, I gotta go get something else to check the caster, and I'll show you how I do that in just a minute. So as usual lately, I've left what I needed somewhere, I don't know where, so I'm using something else. Alright, I already did the camber, haven't adjusted it, checked it. Now I'm going to do the caster, and I can see that you can't really see what it is I'm doing. So, sorry, but I can't go but so far with this camera. So, what you're supposed to do is go 20 degrees. I'm going to say that's 20 degrees. Now I'm going to put my old man glasses on. And you read this other scale. And it's saying 2.5. Okay. You come back the other way. 20 degrees. And you check it again. And now we got over 7. So you find the difference between, I'll say 7.5 and 2.5, which is 5. Somehow I put 5 degrees of caster, positive caster, in this truck. That's not good. So, I'm going to bring you along with me here and just show you what it is I'm adjusting. This is an okay setup. Not exactly my favorite. It's a little bit difficult to do. But if you look great, try and get my light somewhere. Right here, you got one there, and if you look, you see an eccentric cam on it, okay? And you got the same thing on the front. Well, the old cars used to have shims, and you would change the shims to bring it in or out and adjust the camber and the caster. Well, we can't do that anymore. Well, not on this anyway. They could have, but they didn't. They put those eccentric cams in there, and it's okay. I don't really see any need in having this on while I'm doing the adjustment. I can tell you right now, I want the top of the tire to go in a little bit, because the specs on it, and yeah, I actually bought a CD with the specs from, I can't tell you when it started, but it's up to like 2015, back in the 60s somewhere. And I might be mistaken, but what I'm trying to do is get the top of the control arm where there's a upper ball joint back here. I'm wanting it to come forward to take out some of that positive caster. Wondered why this truck was pulling to the left so hard. And well, now I know. So I'm going to do some adjusting and checking, and hopefully I'll get it straight here shortly. Alright, this is the next day because it got dark on me yesterday. I did some adjusting on this side, and well, I overdid it. I went from 5 degrees of caster, which is way over what it's supposed to be. The specs on it are 3 plus or minus 1 degree for the caster. Specs on the camber are 0.65 positive degrees of camber, plus or minus a half a degree. I'm trying to get as close to 0 on the camber so that the tires are flat on the pavement. The other side of this truck I've already adjusted because the weather is horrible today. It's raining. It's not really cold, unless you consider like 58 to 60 degrees cold. I don't, not on December 14th anyway. So the other side of the truck, it's been run into something really hard, and the best I can do on it is about 1/4 of a degree positive camber with 4 degrees of positive caster. That's within specs on the caster. Caster won't cause your tires to wear. Camber, they say that since radials came out, Camber doesn't wear tires anymore because the tire rolls, you know. And they do a lot more than the bias ply did. But camber still wears your tires. If you got a lot of negative camber, it's going to wear the inside of your tire. If you got a lot of positive camber, it's going to wear the outside of your tire. So, race cars put a lot of negative camber on for road course type, so that the tires, when it leans into the corner, it kind of goes flat against the pavement and gets you maximum traction for cornering. This isn't a race car, it's a truck. It's not even a race truck. It's just a good pulling, everyday driving truck. Anyway, so caster does not wear tires. Positive caster will give your steering response a much quicker feel. Negative caster will give it a slower response. You need a little bit more positive caster on the right hand side, so that if you fall asleep behind the wheel or something like, you know, medical emergency or something, it drifts to the right instead of to the left. This truck was pulling hard to the left. So I'm going to try and get the caster at about 3.75 degrees or 3 3/4 degrees on the left side, and the 4 on the right side should give it a little drift to the right. Camber, I'm going to try and get about 1/4 degree positive. I'm not going to let the camera run the whole time because I'm going to be a while adjusting this. This side was really giving me trouble, and like I said, when I adjusted it yesterday, I went way off the map from a 5 degree caster to about a 1/2 degree. So I way overdid it, way overcompensated. I'm going to go ahead and try and adjust some positive camber or caster into it and keep that camber in a good place. One of the adjustments on the other side is fully adjusted. That's how I know the frame is bent a little bit somewhere, or control arm or something on this truck is bent. That's why the donor truck over here will be the frame used for this truck when I finally get to that point. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to cut the camera off, do my adjustments, and when I get it all set right, then it's time to adjust the toe, and that's where the rest of the equipment, you know, jack stands and strings come from, and I'll show you how I do that. Get back to you later. Okay, I got the camber and caster kind of like I want it. Not exactly, but with the equipment I'm using, it's kind of like throwing hand grenades at it anyway. I would love to have an old Hunter A111. If anybody happens to watch this and they happen to know somebody wants to get rid of one, please comment. The A111 is not a laser machine. It had strings that ran from the front head to the back head, and they were really, really nice machines. Only problem was if it was windy or it was, 100 degrees and you were using a fan, didn't work very well. You had to do something to get rid of that. So I'd love to have an A111. Don't think I can really afford one of the laser type. Might not be able to afford the A111, I don't know. It's hard to find them because everybody throws them away. Anyhow, I'm going to show you how I do this. I'm going to have to readjust the camera. I put one of my 500 watt halogen lights out here, and well, I've used it probably 2 or 3 times, so this is probably the last time with this bulb I'll be able to use it. So here we go. Little itty bitty play toy jack stand in the back and the front. Raise them up a little bit. Get my soaking wet string. Hope it still works after getting wet. Oh boy. I usually put them up so that this doesn't happen, but something happened this time that it did happen. It's all tangled up. Might have gotten in a hurry last time. I don't know. What happened? But I know I got a mess now. Alright, I got a loop on each end of the string. Loop it around the old jack stand. Come down, 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 down. Huh. I think I got most of the tangles out. Maybe. Yeah. One little knot here. And I'm good. So, another string. I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot of noise. We got some serious rain today. Alright. Pulling this taut enough that doesn't pull the jack stand over in the back, but it has a good and taut. So, before I forget, you want to put your steering wheel straight. I lock it down with a strap because I don't have a steering wheel holder. Take a ruler. Go to the center of the rim and you measure. I'm going to put this one at 4 inches. do the same at the back. Now the more accurate you are with this, the more accurate your alignment's going to be. That one is just under 4 inches. So is this one. Scoot it out just a hair more. Oh, too much. This is very, very tedious, but to get an accurate alignment and get your steering wheel straight, it's a necessity. You've got to do this. Alright, got 4 inches on the back. Four inches on the front. You got to do the same thing on the other side. And what you do then, and I know this is going to be all out of whack because I changed the camber and the caster so much, and it does affect your toe end. So you measure the back. And then you measure the front. Believe it or not, that is almost exactly straight. I don't expect to find that on the other side. I'm going to go set the other side up, and I will be right back with you. Alright, I was hoping to be done by now because, well, the wind has just suddenly changed direction from south to southwest to west to north. And the north side is the open side of this carport. So I got rain and wind and everything else coming in here. It's going to be difficult to go from here. So what I'm seeing right now is it's a little bit towed out on this side, a little bit towed in on the other side. Oh, I love coming over here to measure now. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. It was the other way around. It's a little bit towed out on this side, a little bit towed in on that side. That'll make your steering wheel crooked. Won't really change the, woo! And that's cold wind coming out of the north. Won't really change your toe in, just make your steering wheel crooked. Won't wear tires or anything. Here is a tool that you put on your ratchet, and it goes on the tie rod sleeve, so you can adjust it. And you put your little old ratchet on there. You loosen up the 2 clamps, and you adjust away. I'm going to attempt to take you under there and show you what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, the wind's not blowing real bad now. Can't see, but the wind's not blowing bad. Checking this one more time. She's almost dead straight. So I need to bring it in just a hair, I think. And let me look one more time. Another reason an alignment machine is really nice instead of what I got here. I'm going to leave this side alone completely. I'm just going to leave it like it is. The other side. You know what? I'm going to leave them both alone. I'm just not going to adjust my toe at all. Because it is so close to being like, it calls for an 1/8 inch total toe in. Okay? I hope this don't make you sick. Moving the camera. Maybe the thing to do right now is to cut it off. Alright, I came all the way down here, and for an old guy like me it is a long ways. Outer tie rod, inner tie rod, adjusting sleeve. That's turned in such a way you can't see the slot. So, I'm going to go over here, get a nice little shower. Ah, good deal. Alright, there you go, there's your slot right there. Okay. You can see. I can see that you can see. You take said tool and it locks right on there just like that. That way to go that way. This way to go that way. And so on and so forth and suchly. And don't know what else to tell you. Like I said, I am not adjusting anything on the toe because it seemed to come out just right. And that is weird. Weird, weird. Alright, I'm going to button it all up and go for a test drive and see how bad it is. Thanks for watching. Well, this is months and months after I did the alignment, and I've been driving the truck. It goes straight down the road. It doesn't appear to be eating tires. Everything went real well. I wasn't too concerned. Like I said, I'm going to be changing the truck to a different frame. So I got it good enough to drive every day. And like I said, it's not wearing tires or anything. As you can tell, I got azaleas blooming and flowers blooming, and so it's spring. And when I did the alignment, it was actually winter. So the truck's doing fine. Normally, when I do an alignment, even though I use such crude equipment, it still works great. So, guess that's the end of this video, and thanks for watching again, and please like and subscribe. I'm trying to really get myself in a position to start putting out a video at least once a week, and that does something with the algorithm on YouTube, so we'll see what happens.